Hey, okay. Hapa ni wapi bana?
Hapa ni studio bana.
Sasa yako ni ile? Yangu ni
5-star hotel.
Alafu sasa ile ni pilo ama ni nini ile bana?
Hiyo sasa ndio pilo utalalia sasa. Na mattress yako hiyo.
Alafu sasa nyoka namna gani ya mkoti?
Nyoka inapanda huko ndio ukuta.
Tunapitia huko. Haya sawa bia. Acha niingie. Sawa.
Acha niingie sasa kwa room just hapa. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Acha tuende chai sasa.
This is a strategic leadership development program. You've done the class work. We are here for outward. All of us outward. Outward. You. Us. You. Outward. Outward. What does that mean? Further. Outward means what? Outside. Outside of what? Now, we are here on an outward activity. Leadership. So that's what we are here to learn. Is that okay? And with your cooperation, with your leadership skills that you have, that we are honing here, I hope at the end of the day, we will be very wonderful leaders wherever we go.
Director, your team, we appreciate this moment that you have gathered us in this place. First of all, I want to say that when I was coming, I was landing with my chopper. I had given the pilot my GPS. Now on landing, my friends, I've come from my presidential jet to now this ground. And it is very interesting because leadership is something that is dynamic. One thing I want to reiterate here is that all of us from Mombasa, we are now one. We are united, we are joined at the hip or wherever. There is a mystery to hold their hands so that we can reach the finishing line together. That is my challenge, that as we come out of here, we have got our titles. That is very symbolic. So that symbolic nature and gesture informs us that hakuna mwenye ako mbele, hakuna mwenye ako nyuma. Tufike kwa hiyo tape pamoja na tukacelebrate. God bless you.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is Baringo. This team that you see here, you can see that we are really committed as Baringo campus to ensure that this program succeeds. And on behalf of this team, I want to confirm to you that we have the capacity and the requisite facilitators who will make this program successful. Remember that this is also a learning process. The most important outcome for this program is the skills and the competencies that we develop as officers who are supposed to deliver the government agenda.
What you've learned here, the experience you've had with the exercise, and how that relates with the leadership issues at your workplaces.
We have learned that it is not one-man show.
How did you learn teamwork? How is it
because
not one-man show?
If were it not for the teamwork, it was hard to get that money.
Yeah.
So because of the coordination and the teamwork, we were able to.
Everybody had a lot.
Every year.
It was a lesson to do with, of course, resource utilization, an exercise where we were given pipes and small balls, and you were to hold that ball and ensure that you pass it over to another person. How we cascade resources in our organizations, and even the need to have a monitoring and evaluation framework in place to ensure that these resources are put to good use. A practical lesson again on communication, where we were lined up, and the first person was given instructions on how to communicate to the next person through the line to the very last person. We were 47 people, but by the time the last person was told to come and explain what the instructions they received, we realized that the information had been distorted in given way. Key lesson in a practical sense that we have to ensure that as leaders we package our messages right to the citizenry, even those in the organization. Time and again, of course, the Constitution again talks about public participation. When we package this information to the citizenry, is it the right information passing over to those low level, to the machinani? The issue of observing the message, the content in the message, and even the context in which you forwarding this message, so that you don't have to get these distortions.
I appreciate the quality of the training, right from the first 3 modules and also for this module. I think that they have top caliber trainers who impact the right message that we were looking for as leaders.
This experience has really humbled us. I remember when we were getting into that gate and so tents pitched, and you were asking, okay, so we are going to sleep in the tents, and bearing in mind that the place is rocky and all that, we were wondering how will it happen. But then we were taken through a session whereby we were told, now you are commoners. Actually, they were calling us commoners. We were deprived of our titles, and there was no boss, there was no minister there, there was no director there. We were the lowest of cadre, and that humbled us so much, and it has made us learn that you don't have to be a boss to be humble. Just humble yourself in any way, because all of us are human beings. So this has told me a lesson that everybody is important in an organization.
It's good to take up challenge, not to be so much in your comfort zone. As director, I'm privileged to have been, I think, the first director to participate at least for 2 days. I wish I would manage the whole experience, but to tell you it is enriching. And for me, the lesson is, as leaders, don't also give people tasks that you do not participate in. Indeed, even our own director on Monday was with you. Yeah, sometimes that is mentorship, true mentorship. And remember what you are taught in class, reverse mentoring. You can learn a lot also from your juniors. Thank you, Lesida, Ayao. I learned a lot from you, Madam Eda. Yeah, even through the conversations. Always remember the reverse mentoring. People who are younger, your juniors have something to give. Do not miss out those lessons. So thank you so much. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome my colleague, KSG Baringo Director, Dr. Letandule, to make his remarks as he also closes the program. Karibu Director.
From the comments that I've heard from you and the team members, there is a clear testimony that the program has been successful. A lot will be expected from you now, having gone through one of the senior-most training programs at the Kenya School of Government. Remember that you are now the school's ambassadors. Once your conduct in public affairs your conduct in public affairs will be a matter of exceptional interest to the society as a whole, and to us in particular. As the Kenya School of Government family, we usually feel very proud when our alumni take up higher leadership responsibilities, thereby providing public value to the citizenry. With those few remarks, it's now my humble duty and pleasure to declare this program officially closed. I want to request Mr. Ayam to come forward together with Madam Eda. You see, I needed to pronounce that the program is now officially closed before we hand your titles back to you.
Symbolically, we now hand over your titles to you and kindly accept them as you prepare to leave home.